Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been so long since I've done an episode of Tom Talks. This is oh my god, I'm just hitting everything today. This is episode 32 of the Tom Talks podcast, and I know I'm super late with the Super Bowl recap. It's been what, fucking almost a month since it happened. But life gets busy. Life happens, and I wasn't able to fucking record an episode on time after the Super Bowl. I wanted to do a whole recap on that, just to spend a whole episode on that Super Bowl and where they go from the future. But we're here now. We're going to talk about it right now. The LA Rams are the Super Bowl champions of the 2021 season. Congratulations to them. I wanted the Bengals to win, but I was not surprised that the Rams won, nor am I disappointed nor salty. So let's recap what happens in the game. So a lot of crazy plays happen. This Rams team really was a Super Bowl or bust after trading for Matt Stafford the previous offseason, and clearly it's paid off for them. So, and then let's see. Let's just read over this. The Rams are trailing 23rd in the third quarter. Let's just read from the beginning here. So, Super Bowl bust can be successful. Since acquiring Matthew Stafford, Rams have prioritized winning now over future draft picks, and Rams won their first Super Bowl since 1999, their second in the history. So they were down by 20-13, but their defense stepped up, recording a record-tying 7 sacks in the second half alone to stifle Joe Burrow in the offense. So a lot of crazy things happened. Jamar Chase made some plays. Joe Burrow was very good until he got his ass kicked by the Rams defensive line, and Cooper Kupp was that dude. And it's crazy because he was really the only main weapon until after Odell Beckham got hurt, because Odell may have been the MVP if he played the whole game. And Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, this has been forever in a fucking day. Jesus Christ. So the whole coverage, let me just see. Like, they don't have like a fucking. So the second half, the game really starts in the second half, though. Like, it was a solid first half. Bengals they score in the first play of the second half. They score a touchdown right away. Then the Rams get the ball back, and Matthew Stafford throws an interception right away. And then the momentum of the game shifted right after that pick, and Aaron Donald sacks Joe Burrow. I believe that's his first sack of the game. First or second sack of the game. I don't remember what number sack it was, but he sacked him and they stopped him for holding the 3. So this is where they're 20-13. They get 20-13. Then they score another. Rams score a field goal, and now they score the last second touchdown from Cooper Kupp. Bengals almost made a comeback. Apparently, Jamar Chase was wide open in the last second of the play, but Aaron Donald just busts through the guard, and he fucking gets him. So right here, third quarter, 4:48, pass from Joe Burrow, 75 yards. Matt Gay, 41 field goal. And then here it is, Matthew Stafford, 1 yard, extra point, good. That's the score recap. Why do they have it this way? This is fucking stupid. But whatever. So yeah, I mean, nowhere to go but up for the Bengals. They have a lot to fix on the offensive line. If I'm Cincinnati, I'm throwing lots of money at offensive linemen. Ryan Jensen's on the market from the Bucks. What's his name for the Commanders? Brendan Schreff or something like that. I don't remember what his name was, but he's really good guard. I don't know how high he is, but he's very good. But he's also on the market. I throw money his way. Eric Fisher is supposedly not signing back with the Colts, so I would talk to him. So, and you have the draft to look forward to. In drafting, I would say there's center from Iowa, if he's still there. He's probably arguably one of the best overall players in the draft. And the Rams, they got no draft picks, and they might be looking to sign Von Miller again. So they don't really need draft picks. They're already a set team. They're still in the prime to repeat again if they want to, which it looks like they still are. So Moving on from the Super Bowl, Combine just happened not too long ago, and supposedly Jimmy G's values dropping down. Kyler Murray, so there's a whole situation with Kyler Murray's drama. They the Cardinals decided to extend Cliff Kingsbury and their GM Steve Keim. Kyler Murray took down all of his Cardinals related stuff on Instagram, and it seems like he wants a new contract right now because he's young, he's small, he's hurt. So when I don't blame Murray for wanting the money now, but it seems like they're disappointed with the Cardinals. They're disappointed with Kyle Murray's leadership. So it's really on both of them. I think Murray is a good quarterback. Excuse me. I don't know where I would rank. As of right now, I'd probably rank him either right at number 10 or just outside the top 10. Maybe like the highest, maybe 9. I would have to go with like a quarterback tier list eventually. But yeah, I think Kyler Murray. I think Arizona should keep Kyler Murray. There's no choice. There's really no reason to trade him unless he asks for a trade. And yeah, but on Kyler Murray's side, he should never ask for a trade. Like, he's not in that position right now. I mean, yes, they've gotten better every single year. They went from 5 his rookie year to 8 wins his second year. His third year, they got into the playoffs. But still, the next step is to win a playoff game, and it doesn't look like the signing some people. It looks like they're going to lose some pieces during the offseason. They didn't tag Chandler Jones. He's supposed to be a free agent. So it'll be interesting to see what they do from here, because the Murray's agent sent out a crappy letter that didn't make him look good. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what the Cardinals and Kyler Murray do, because I think it would be stupid on Murray's part to hold out until he gets a contract. But big news happened yesterday and today. Let's go over yesterday's news. Aaron Rodgers decides to stay with the Green Bay Packers.
So the reaction.
Hold on.
Get away with a great.
Hold on. Let's not. Oh God. I hope I don't get hit with copyright. But Aaron Rodgers stays with the Green Bay Packers. Supposedly, there was a leak that the contract was a 4-year, $200 million with $153 million guaranteed. But supposedly that's not true. Supposedly, according to Twitter, Aaron Rodgers said, I am coming back to Green Bay, but that's not the contract, and he's going to work on something, a team-friendly deal for the Green Bay Packers. So they'll be able to re-sign Devontae Adams, re-sign a bunch of players. So we'll see how that unfolds. But Aaron Rodgers wins. The Packers win. They both stay with each other, because them and the Rams are going to be the two teams really fighting in the NFC now. Because, where is it there? Russell Wilson gets traded to the Denver Broncos. It says Broncos agreed to acquire him in a trade with Seattle. There's a lot of talk going on in Denver. It's like a leading spot for Aaron Rodgers if the quarterback had requested a trade, which he hadn't. And now the Seahawks are shipping off to Denver. Let's see if we can get the specifics of the deal. It's not Aaron Rodgers, but another Super Bowl winning quarterback. Seahawks agreed to send principal in trade to quarterback Russell Wilson to Denver for a massive haul, including multiple first-round picks, plus additional picks and players per sources informed the decision. They have the information somewhere, so here we go. Right in the next article, next paragraph. The full package for Seattle, which also sent a 4th-round pick Denver's way. They got 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, Drew Lock, defensive tackle Shelby Harris, who is a solid defensive lineman, and tight end Noah Fant, who is a solid tight end that I like, but the problem is he's not that reliable. He had a case of the drops, but they got him for a win anyway. So good for him. So good for the Seahawks. It's clear as day that the Seahawks are rebuilding, and they're going to be dead last again in the NFC West. While the other 3 teams fight for playoff spots, which we're probably going to make the playoffs again this early on, but we'll see. And it seems according to Ian Rappaport, that's the only place he wanted to go was Denver. Supposedly, the Commanders made an offer. Supposedly, the Eagles made an offer. And he said no and no, and he decided to go to Denver. So this makes Denver an automatic Super Bowl contender, and it makes the AFC West probably now the new best of the West division. Because now this is going to be a fun division to watch. We have Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs, Derek Carr for the Vegas Raiders, who is still very underrated. I think he's definitely in the top 10. He's definitely like number 10, 9, or 8. I would put him there after the season. Justin Herbert, he's definitely top 5, top 6, 7. And now we have Russell Wilson for Denver. So we have easily 3 of those guys. You could argue 2 of them are definitely in the top 5. You can make the argument for Justin Herbert being a top 5 quarterback. And you have Derek Carr, which is crazy. It's crazy to say that Derek Carr is the worst quarterback in that division because he could easily be the best quarterback in the NFC South. You can make the argument he's going to be the best quarterback in the NFC East. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying you can make the argument. NFC North, he'd be the second best. AFC South, he would be the best quarterback in that division. So he would easily be number 1 or 2 in a lot of divisions right now. But speaking of the Washington Commanders and speaking of getting a franchise quarterback, the Indianapolis Colts trade Carson Wentz away to the Washington Commanders. Which is fucking crazy, dude. It just seems very reactionary from the Colts to send Carson Wentz away like this. You only got a 3rd round pick, and it could be 2 3rd round picks. One of them can be converted into a 2nd round pick based on certain incentives. 2nd round draft pick swaps. And yes, and he's back in the NFC East on the Washington Commanders, which is it's been a wild day on Twitter, dude. Like Twitter, especially on Eagles Twitter, dude. We've been roasting the ever living fuck out of this move for no good reason because we have no room to talk. Jalen Hurts had a solid first year as a starting quarterback, but at the same time, we can't really brag about Jalen Hurts being the starting quarterback. He was okay at best. I won't say okay, he was good. He had very streaky, though. He had some good games. He had some bad games. He made some good decisions. He had some dumb decisions. And I see people trying to compare the first 2 years of Carson and Jalen again. That argument's been sparked up 500 million times. People want to argue the statistics, and they're very similar. And with Hurts being slightly better because he's got more rushing yards and like they say about touchdowns, less picks. But the problem with that is the Eagles failed Carson Wentz, and I will stand behind this take. I don't care what anyone says. The Philadelphia Eagles failed Carson Wentz, and here's why. Carson Wentz never had the weapons that Jalen Hurts has right now. The only weapons his 2 best weapons were Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert for the entire tenure. I mean, yes, he had in 2017, he was damn near close to the MVP. He had Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Holt who were solid receivers. He also had Nelson Aguilar who finally broke out. He was perfect in that slot position. But you can't say other weapons-wise, you cannot. Because after 2018, we traded away Torrey Smith. Alshon Jeffrey that's his last full year as a starter. 2019, he started, I think, 1 game and then got hurt for the next 2 fucking years. So Alshon Jeffrey was basically old and worthless by 2019. And Howie Roseman decided to be a dumbass and drafted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Jalen Reagor. You cannot sit there and tell me that those 2 weapons were good enough to help Carson Wentz grow as a quarterback and help him improve this team's success. Andre Dillard is considered a bust, and here's my thing. I would have 0 problems with the Eagles drafting Jalen Hurts if they did not give Carson Wentz that contract. If they drafted Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz won his last year, hey, you need to prove that you can stay healthy, do this or that, and he didn't, and we made Hurts the starter, I would have zero problems with Jalen Hurts as being the starting quarterback. But because Howie Roseman gave him that contract, because he drafted Jalen Hurts so high in the second round, that's why Jalen Hurts gets so criticized by people like me and other people I know on Twitter who criticize him, not just because he's black. Because I know that's an argument that people love to make. Oh, we hate Jalen Hurts because he's black. No. We criticize Jalen Hurts heavily because because Howie Roseman fucked Carson Wentz over by saying, hey, we don't think you're gonna be the guy even after we give you all the contract, and we're not gonna help you out giving you crappy weapons. And no, I'm not. And yes, he played like total dog shit in 2020. I'm not excusing his play in 2020 at all. But it sucks that he didn't want to beat out Hurts for the starting job, and he got traded to Indianapolis. And now there are supposedly rumors that the Colts hated his leadership and his lack of being coachable and other shit like that, which I would hate to say it's true, but I'm just being objective. It sucks, but and now he's in the same division again, and I'm not gonna be on Twitter.com when the Eagles and Commanders play each other again. It's gonna be so annoying. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a Hurts hater. I want him to do well. He deserves a second year in his offense. He deserves to prove that he can be the guy. But like I said, personally, I don't think he is. So we need to get another guy, whether through the draft or another quarterback. But who knows when that'll be? Supposedly next year's draft is supposed to be better. But we'll talk about draft time. We're going to talk about the draft when we get there because we have 3 first-round picks right now, but I don't think we're going to keep all 3. But that's just a little preview for when I talk about the NFL draft and whoever we pick first, second, and third. So I'm going to call it here. I'm going to call this episode here. We had a crazy couple of days. A lot of more news came out. A few other veteran players got cut and released. Other players got franchise tag. We'll talk about that another time. I guess next time. So, peace out. Keep it real. And catch y'all on the flip side.